Alright, so in this video, we're going to be going over how as a SaaS company, you can add up to $50,000 in new MRR in 6 months whilst reducing your churn using lifecycle email marketing and in-app messages with an ROI guaranteed in writing. So you can essentially increase your trial to paid conversions via behavior-based conversion flows, so you can decrease churn by preemptively identifying churn indicators and reactivating users, and how you can also increase average revenue per user via feature-based upsells and cross-sells with intent-based emails. So as a quick outline of what I'm going to be covering in this video, it's going to be the expected ROI and results you can get, who this works for, how to create an email and in-app message system that consistently converts, retains, and ascends customers, and also examples of email designs that convert for your benefit. So getting right into it, these are just a few of the results that we've gotten for our clients, and they are essentially examples of results that you can expect as well when you implement these with the framework that I'm about to show you. So just a few examples being increased trial to paid conversions by 250%, reduced churn by 28%, Classroom AI, a B2C SaaS company this time, increased trial to paid conversions by 132%, increased user activations by 45%, a fintech B2B SaaS company, $186,420 in ARR added in 60 days with 160 conversions at $97 per month average revenue per user. And this was obviously with $0 extra in ad spend. All of the conversions came from the existing email list with the process I'm about to show you, the email flow, email campaign system for SaaS companies. Just a few examples of split test results with 90% statistical significance within 48 hours, example there, and another one here with 90% statistical significance within 62 hours. Some more of our clients that we work with, just so you know that what I'm about to show you does work. It's been shown in the real world to work with 6-figure, 7-figure, and 8-figure SaaS companies doing over $10 million a year in annual recurring revenue, just to show you that this will work for your SaaS company. We've kind of seen it work all the way up to the $20-30 million in average in annual recurring revenue mark. So as long as you're within that range, this is guaranteed to have a positive effect on your trial to paid conversions, also your retention, and also increasing average revenue per user. So overall, I guess in terms of who this is actually for and who this we've seen work for, obviously I mentioned a few things right now, but this is for you if you want a team dedicated to your email marketing and in-app messaging, or you'd like to do it yourself. And if you're looking to convert, retain, and upsell more customers with $0 extra in ad spend, and you're looking for immediate and long-term results. So to qualify to work with us, if that's something you're interested in, of course, that's not mandatory. You have to be a B2B or B2C SaaS company, have a product-led component to your strategy, and have already reached product market fit. So please do not book in a call below if you do not fit these requirements. So how do you actually create an email and in-app message system that converts, retains, and ascends customers? This is a full explanation of how the entire system operates, the customer journey-based flows, email campaigns, performance tracking, etc. So first of all is the customer journey mapping, which is a full detailed step-by-step flowchart of every single action the ideal user takes from awareness to being a loyal customer for 36 plus months. So the reason templates and copy-paste systems yield terrible results in this is because the entire premise of the system is built upon the customer journey, where every single email flow, campaign, in-app message is designed to remove friction at every single point along the customer journey. And essentially, if you just take this and you copy it and you paste it and you expect to see results and try to compare your company with other SaaS companies, you're going to have different customer journeys, and therefore it is not going to work. So it's important that you carry out this process specifically for your company and you don't use copy and paste templates. So what are the stages of the customer journey that this actually goes ahead and targets? Well, there's awareness of your product, there's a lead magnet sign up, trial to paid conversion, onboarding, retention, upsells and cross-sells, churn indication, cancellation, and win back. So it is crucial that every minute detail and potential user action is carefully mapped out in order for you to be able to design a holistic strategy that addresses every step of the customer journey. So overall, kind of mapping out each specific action, it would kind of be 300 plus actions in total. But in terms of big picture milestones, here's what it looks like as an example for one of our MarTech SaaS clients. So as you can see, it starts at the beginning with them finding out about the company, awareness, sign up, onboarding, the aha moment, so the specific point of activation, purchase, continuous actions the user needs to take, the continuous results they hope to gain from taking these actions, renewal plus retention, referrers plus reviews, churn risk, and cancelled. So at every single point, there are specific actions we want the user to take, and that's why the flows actually exist, to help the user perform these actions. Moving on into the actual email flow side of things with the in-app messages. So what are email flows as a basic premise? They're automated sequences of emails and in-app messages, which are designed to get users to perform specific actions depending on their point in the customer journey. So overall, the flows are going to account for 50% of the results your email marketing and in-app messages will bring. And this is the reason it's crucial to map out the entire customer journey first, because like I've mentioned multiple times, every flow is specific to a unique point in the customer journey. So how this would actually work in a tangible manner is that the flow would be triggered based on a user behavior and exist to help the user perform a second action. So if I was to give an example right here, this could be to perform an action within the platform, leave a review, upgrade the plan, resubscribe after canceling, to book in a demo, etc., etc. But this is what the flow cycle looks like. And let me just give you an example off the top of my head. So if someone performs a specific action, to keep this simple, we'll say they sign up. The user actually going ahead and signing up indicates to their point in the customer journey. It indicates that they're only at the level of awareness or they're moving slightly into activation. So because of that, that action triggers a specific flow. The flow in this case would be a welcome flow. So the user signs up, it indicates that the user is at the start of the customer journey, which then goes ahead and triggers a welcome flow. Then the welcome flow removes friction, helping the user to perform the next action to reach the next point of the customer journey. So what's the next point of the customer journey after they sign up? Well, is reaching the aha moment. So then the welcome flow helps the user reach the aha moment. After reaching the aha moment, the user performs a specific behavior. Let's say the aha moment is they add a team member into their plan. So let's say the user does that action. That then indicates to the flow that they're now at a different point in the customer journey. They're now at activation. Then they receive the onboarding flow, which then helps them become a paying customer. They become a paying customer, which indicates that they just purchased the plan. So now they're in the stage of being a paying customer in the customer journey. Then they receive an upsell flow. So as you can see, it's a constant cycle of user behavior, flow being triggered, a new user behavior, a new flow being triggered, and it's a constant cyclical structure. And hopefully you can already tell that within the structure, there can't be any gaps in the customer journey or gaps in the flows, because otherwise the flow will stop at that point and stop being effective after that point. So based off of this means that every single flow needs to be based on user behavior. It needs to have multiple logic splits based on user behavior, and it needs to have emails and in-app messages with copy specific to user behavior. So you can see a huge emphasis here on everything being related to the user's behavior within the platform. So if you're wondering, okay, so what are examples of these flows? Well, I'll just go through 15 here that essentially apply to every single product-based SaaS company where you're kind of product-led and not sales-led. In sales-led, kind of most of these apply, but not quite all of them. Feel free to send over an email. I can give you more specifics on sales-led as well. So welcome flow here, the goal is to convert free trial users to paid subscribers. The post-trial flow is to convert those who finished their free trial but haven't converted yet and convert them into paying customers. So someone might finish a 21-day trial. They might not have logged in that time period, but we still want to try and reactivate and convert them. That's what the post-trial flow exists for. The abandoned payment flow is to convert users who reached the final step of the payment process but didn't purchase the paid plan. The payment decline flow is to reduce involuntary churn when the card fails for paying customers. The onboarding flow is to activate new paying customers specific to each paid plan. The achievement flow exists to gamify the process of using the product and getting results. The upsell flow and the annual plan to the annual plan is to upsell monthly subscribers onto the annual plan. The feature limitation flow is to upsell users who reach the feature or credit limit onto higher plans. The review request flow is to get more reviews on sites such as G2, Capterra, Trustpilot, etc. The referral program affiliate sign-up flow is to increase monthly inbound referrals, affiliate traffic, and conversions. And the no login churn prevention flow is to reactivate users who haven't logged in for a certain amount of days. Low activity churn prevention flow is to reactivate users who haven't taken results-driven actions within the platform for X days. So they might be logging in consistently, but they're not taking the actions they need to get results. The views cancellation page churn prevention flow again is to overcome objections for cancellation for users who viewed the cancellation page 4+ times within the past week. The cancellation flow is to try and prevent churn from users that have actually cancelled their plan, but the plan hasn't expired yet. And the goal here is to get qualitative and quantitative feedback on why they cancelled. The win back flow to win back customers who've churned in the near past. So this is kind of a done for you copy paste system. Although, like I mentioned, you can use the system as a copy paste, but you have to apply it to your own specific customer journey, which is kind of the nuance here. Because like I mentioned, you can't just take these flows and think they're going to apply 100% to your company, but you can take them, apply them to the customer journey, which you should have created. Hopefully that is completely mapped out already, and you can apply these flows to that customer journey. Just don't try to apply them without any nuance, without understanding how it applies to your company and thinking it's going to be the same for every company. I've tried to provide as much detail as possible to remove as much uncertainty as possible, but there will be customization needed for your SaaS company specifically. So step 3, moving on to email campaigns. And also, as a heads up, what we recommend doing and what we do for our own clients is to implement UTM parameters into every CTA within every email campaign so that you can measure and directly track the conversions and revenue generated inside Google Analytics 4 over just kind of guessing which emails have the highest revenue generated, which one is generating the highest MRR. You can track this directly with UTM parameters and Google Analytics 4. So what are email campaigns? Well, email campaigns are one-time broadcasts to specific segments of the email list designed to either convert, retain, or upsell users, depending on the segment that they're in. So email campaigns are multi-purpose. Due to the ability that you have to send any emails you want to any segment you want, you have multiple strategies that you can deploy within the email campaigns, but you kind of want to make it super targeted and super detailed. So you're not just kind of sending any random campaigns with no strategy, you're not tracking results, you don't know how much revenue is actually being driven. So what are the different outcomes you want to optimize for starting at the top? Well, simply put, it's going to be to increase conversions, reduce churn, and increase average revenue per user. Those are the only 3 end metrics that matter, and the only 3 ones you should be tracking as the end impact of the work you're doing. Is it actually having a tangible impact on MRR? So what are the core segments you want to be able to send your emails to? There's going to be 3 core segments again. First of all, to leads and prospects. So these are users who've signed up for a free trial now in the past 4 to 5 years even, but they've never converted into a paying customer. They've never ever paid for your company, for your SaaS. Second one is paying customers, and these are active paying customers. So they're paying right now every single month for your SaaS. So these are the customers that actually comprise of your monthly recurring revenue. And then finally, you have churned users. So these are people who previously obviously bought a plan, but since then they've cancelled. So what's the sending frequency you should be sending at to these different segments? Well, for each of these segments, you want to send 1 to 2 emails per week. And overall, this should kind of be 4 to 5 emails a week in total. So it might be 2 emails to leads and prospects. It might be 2 emails to paying customers, 1 email to churned users every single week. But as a kind of rough guideline, you should be sending at least 8 campaigns a month. So at least 2 emails a week, but ideally around 4 campaigns a week is where the sweet spot is, around 16 emails a month. And if you're wondering, that sounds a bit high, you have to remember that not every user is receiving all these emails, right? For example, a churned user won't be in the paying customer segment, and that same user won't be in the leads and prospect segment. These are all mutually exclusive of each other. A user cannot be in in multiple of these segments at the same time. So one user might only receive kind of 6 to 8 campaigns a month or 4 to 5 campaigns a month, but in total, you'll be sending 16 email campaigns every single month. So we've talked about the actual goals that we have, the segments, the sending frequency, but what is the goals combined with the segments? So for the leads and prospects, the goal is to increase trial to paid conversions, so get them to purchase a plan. For churned users is to get them to purchase a plan again to increase the win back rate. And for paying customers is to reduce churn. So we essentially want to activate them as quickly as possible, get them to use the platform as much as possible and increase platform activity and also the results they're getting to make sure that we're maximizing retention. Here are some examples of the types of email content you want to be sending to these users. Starting off with leads and prospects, we have new value content, we have customer success stories, we have product and feature deep dive campaigns, we have conversion focused campaigns purely asking for the purchase to the paid plan, and product feature update campaigns. For paying customers, different types of emails include new customer success stories again, we have new value content and product feature deep dives. For churned users, is going to be very similar to leads and prospects. So new value content again, customer success story campaigns, product feature deep dive campaigns, conversion focused campaigns, and product feature update campaigns. All of your campaign planning you want to do on a monthly basis, and you want to make sure all of these campaigns fall into the buckets right here, and you want to be measuring the effectiveness of each of these buckets. For example, customer success stories campaigns might be converting many more users than the conversion focused campaigns. So you want to make sure that you're tracking those so you can double down on the types of emails that are actually converting and are actually performing well. So finally, what are examples of some email designs that perform? Well, one thing to keep in mind in SaaS email marketing compared to every other industry, let's say e-commerce email marketing, is that for SaaS email marketing, the focus should always be on the copy itself and on the product. So any design, for example, let's say for an e-commerce brand who's a fashion brand, they can kind of get away with having really out there design, really, I guess, attractive design, put a lot of focus on the design. They can remove the emphasis from the copy. They can just focus on the clothing. In fact, I've seen e-commerce clothing brand campaigns with only 4 to 5 words in the campaign itself. But what you've got to remember for SaaS is that the only purpose of design is to actually help the copy perform better. So the design isn't to just have the emails look nice. The purpose of the design is to help emphasize points that you make in the copy. So I'll just show you what I mean by that. You can see all of these, this email right here we created is really focused on the actual copy itself. And the copy is quite long here, but then the copy itself only actually exists. The design, sorry, only actually exists to help the copy. So for the cash flow forecast graph, this image right here only exists because it helps the copy get his point across better. This image right here only exists because it helps the copy get his point across better. Same with the scenario planning graph. And you can hopefully see that for all of these, the goal is not to have the design look extremely pretty or anything like that. It's to have the design look clean, look simple, be on brand, but help the copy perform better. So that's kind of the one principle you always want to have in mind when creating email campaigns for your SaaS. And you can see this applies exactly the same across other companies as well. Exactly the same kind of the images supporting the copy. And then finally here in the third example as well, again, the images support the copy. This is just to help the copy get across. You can use some GIFs just to kind of improve the aesthetic of the email, depending on who the target audience is and if it will resonate with them. So of course, that's something you can experiment with. But again, don't go overboard on the design. Make sure the copy is extremely solid, is high performing, and then you can experiment with slightly more design here and there. So that was everything for the actual process. Just to recap, it is a 3-step process. Step 1, map out the full customer journey. Step 2, create email flows for every single part of the customer journey. Step 3, start sending email broadcasts to different segments with different goals. And overall, the most important metric you want to track is direct conversions from the emails. You can do that by implementing UTM parameters into all of the CTAs in the links of the emails, and you can track those conversions in Google Analytics 4. And also you need to be tracking increases in average revenue per user and upsells and how that's performing, and also increases in activation and retention and how that's performing for all the email flows, all the emails in the email flows, and all of the email broadcasts and email campaigns as well. So if you are interested in potentially having us help you implement these for your company, we work with over 20 SaaS companies, multiple 6, 7, 8-figure ARR companies, and help them add up to over $500,000 ARR for a single company just from implementing these flows. Obviously, that's directly attributed to the email marketing that we do for them. So if you are in that kind of bracket where you're interested in seeing how this could potentially help your company, you do over $10,000 MRR, and you're interested in seeing how we can help you, then feel free to schedule a no obligation call where we'll discuss the following: pretty much your current email marketing and in-app message systems, the current results, specific goals, benchmarks, KPIs, and MRR you want to add with your email marketing in the next 90 to 180 days, exactly what you're missing that needs to be implemented and optimized within your email marketing and in-app messages to hit these KPIs, and the entire roadmap of results to achieving these specific KPIs. And we'll give you our entire process as well. So even if we don't work together, you have that fully available to you. You can book in a call below in the link in the description of the video. I've added in the link to our website, so feel free to click through on that, watch the video on that. It's actually very similar to this one, and then see the entire process, results we've gotten, and you can book in a call on that page. So I look forward to speaking. If you have any questions on how to implement any of these specifics, then feel free to comment below and subscribe for more videos just like this one, where I'll be giving in-depth breakdowns on how you can increase your MRR, increase conversions, reduce churn, and increase average revenue per user by optimizing your email marketing, email flows, and email campaigns. Thanks.